And good morning. It's another Commute with Faery. Today, itchy nose, is Friday, August 21st. Yeah, because yesterday was the 20th. And I'm on my way to work. Not much has really changed since the last time that I came on. I did finally get my startup kit for my business, and I had a lot of fun opening that with my husband and getting some things sorted and getting ready for that. I've even made 2 sales so far that I'm going to go and collect the money for today, which is kind of exciting. Hoping to get some bookings done so that I can get more sales under my belt, because direct sales is a really, really, really hard way to make money. I need to do this in parties. Anyway, let's see what else. Still nothing from Amazon on the Vixia camera, and I'm getting really anxious / irritated. I heard some feedback from family and some friends. I was making an adjustment that my last video wasn't very clear at all as far as like my voice, so I'm trying to speak up a lot more. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm yelling at you. I'm not yelling at you. No, I'm just kidding. I swear I'm just trying to raise my voice so that you can hear me okay, and that it kind of filters through above the car noises. And again, I'm so sorry that the car noises are there, and I'm trying to do everything I can without super gluing my cell phone to this thing, and I really don't want to do that, just because I'd like to make everything be able to come apart if I need it to. So you remember that episode that I did? I think it was like episode 3, the special one, where I talked about bipolar and stuff. Well, I don't remember what date that was, but I know that it was right around the beginning of August. And I had just done a detox, which had flushed all the medicine out of my system, which is what made me feel like I was absolutely losing my mind. And I never stopped taking my medicine. My body wasn't absorbing it during that detox period, and it flushed whatever was built up. So yeah, lots of fun stuff going on there. So now my body's had about, I'd say at least close to 3 weeks to replenish the supply, and that's about how long it takes for the medicine to build back up. And I'm finally feeling stable again, where I don't feel like I'm going to go crazy. I was just about to say kill somebody, but that's honestly not how I feel, and that can get me in a lot of trouble. Not like legal trouble, but psychiatric trouble, because that's one of the questions they ask you. Do you feel like you're going to harm others or harm yourself? No, motherfucker, I don't. Sorry for the language, but honest to God, I'm not that much off the deep end. I felt like I was failing at life. But not to the point where I wanted to end my life. I mean, good God, I have 2 kids. We'll get through this. I'm a Christian, and there have been a lot of praying and a lot of support from family, mainly my husband, and I feel really good right now. So now all I need to do is get my business up and off the ground, and I want to try and supplement the days off of work that I have to take for my migraines, because I'm losing, I think maybe about $100 in pay. I forget. I did calculate it at one time. Sorry, guys. It is the morning. I even went to bed early last night. Wolf and I were, I was kind of like blah from work. This week has just been so stressful on me at work, and yesterday I was very, 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 very sick in the morning. I was going to do a commute with Faery yesterday morning, and on my way to work I tried to eat some breakfast, which I eat cinnamon raisin bread, and it didn't help. I thought maybe my blood sugar was low, and I was so sick, it wasn't even funny. Anyway, I don't remember where I was going with this. Oh, then I get to work, and I continued to worsen, and now I don't have any personal time that I can go home and recover. And even if I did, honest to Pete, there was no way that I was going to be able to drive, because I felt like I was on the verge of just praying to the holy toilet god. I had a girlfriend at work that I actually went to high school with. She's on the same team as me, and I remember her telling me about this medicine she's prescribed that it's an anti-nausea medicine. She recommended that I get it for when I have to take my migraine medicine, because it can make my stomach upset, which no, I didn't even take that yesterday. I didn't have a headache. So I asked her if she still had that medicine, and I told her what was going on with me, and I asked her if I could have one pill, and she said sure, because nobody had any Pepto would have done the trick, and nobody had it. And I usually do, but mine expired like 3 or 4 months ago, so it was purged. Anyway, I took her pill. It took about an hour for it to make me feel like I wasn't going to go pray to that vomit god. And then at least a couple more hours before I felt normal again. But I felt exhausted at the end of the day, because I had to force myself to be completely fine and pretend to my customers that absolutely nothing was wrong with me, and still perform my job at top notch, while I just wanted to freaking... I think I probably would have offed myself. No, I'm just totally kidding. At one point, I heard the rain, and it was pouring down rain in the in the world on the building, and it was a torrential downpour, and it's a soothing sound when it's raining, because we have a metal roof, and when it's a torrential downpour, it's just it sounds like the ocean almost. It's kind of a constant roar. I don't know, it's nice. So I leaned over and talked to my neighbor who sits next to me. She's also a really good friend of mine. And I was like, hey, Sherry. I said, do you know what kind of day this is? And she goes, what? I said, this is the kind of day where I just want to sit on the couch and cuddle with a blanket and watch TV all day. And I don't normally do that. I'm not that type of person anymore. And she looked at me and she's like, you know what? You're right. That's exactly what kind of day it is. And I said, I want my teddy bear. I don't have a teddy bear. And she just started laughing. She says, oh, sweetie, do you feel better? And I said, yeah, a little bit. I said, I still just want to cuddle on the couch. And she said, I'm right there with you. She had a back injury a couple weeks ago, and so she's in a lot of pain herself. But life goes on, and we all have to pay our bills. So speaking of, that's exactly why I started this business. Was I'm hoping that, you know, I could get my business up and off the ground, and eventually I won't have to do a 9-to-5 kind of deal, and I can make my own hours and still make the full-time pay that I'm making right now. Not that I want to be lazy. I know it's going to take work, and I'm not objectionate to that, but I think I want to have more fun, because honestly, I'm just tired of having people yell at me all day, and it's eating at my soul. And this would be a great time if I could have like photo or video editing to go, eat my soul, something like that. Sorry, I actually am in a pretty good mood, and I've had a whole cup of coffee. I started to feel a twinge of a headache this morning, so I just said F it and took 3 Excedrin migraines, which is 1 more than I normally take, which contains caffeine as well. So I could be bouncing off the walls pretty soon, which is not so much of a bad thing. And it might make my day go by faster, because the mornings are always like, I don't want to be here. Thank you for calling, blah, blah, blah. My name is Faery. How can I help you? Seriously, I don't sound like that. So, I don't know what else. I had a crazy dream last night, though. It wasn't a scary one this time. It was actually pretty cool. It started out one way and then like transformed to another. I don't really remember the beginning part, but it had to do with, I was visiting somebody who lived in a mansion, and they were going to be building a pool, like an in-ground swimming pool. And then all of a sudden the dream turned into that my husband owned the mansion, that we were moving into it, and he was building the swimming pool for me, because I prefer in-ground pools to above-ground pools. I think the property already had an above-ground pool, which we don't even have that. My mother has an above-ground pool, and I have an uncle who has an in-ground pool that I love. It's amazing, and it's heated. So, right before waking up, I remember that after the pool was completed and it was filled and everything was ready to go, I had to get up to get ready for work. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm going to go get ready for work." And I go outside to the pool and I go dive in. He said, "What are you doing? You can't be swimming." And I said, "I'm taking my shower." Funny. So, yeah, I don't know where that came from. I think this one's going to be my last commute with Faery until I get my new Vixia, because of the video qualities, and I don't want to keep putting out bad videos for you guys, so I'm sorry. I should get the camera sometime next week, so we should have at least one commute with Faery next week. Let's see, what is next week? It's the last week of August, I think. Yeah. I have a fair that should be sometime, I think it's the end of August. I have to go look online, because sometimes it depends on how the month works. It's always the last week of August. Sometimes it goes into whatever first couple of days of September. But there's the fairground I really want to take my kids to, because it's a small one. It's not like one of those really big city ones with real roller coasters and shit. It's small. It's got local farmers who bring their animals, and it's a great opportunity for me to get my kids exposed to different animals in person that they can pet, that is safe. They do have rides that are fun for kids, because I used to ride them. And I don't know why I'm really saying that that's a problem with my videos, because the fair's at night and I do my commute in the morning. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here, guys. I do want to thank you for your continued support. Oh, wait, yes, there is one more thing. I've been giving it some thought to these challenges, and the soda and fast food challenge I'm going to do for the month of September, Vixia or not. So I will be able to do my vlogging for those outside the car. I'll probably do them at my home or something like that, whenever I get a chance to do the recording for it. But yeah, the 30-day challenge September 1st through September 30th is going to be the water only and no fast food challenge. And then I'm still going to be needing to do my research on the exercising one, because I have to take it slow. I'm really out of shape and I don't want to hurt myself, and I don't want to set up a challenge and then not be able to complete it and then have anybody say, oh geez, Faery, you said you were going to do this, you're not doing your challenge. And I'll be like, geez guys, I didn't want to kill myself. I really do have a family I need to be there for. But you guys will pretty much understand. Anyway, so that's that to look forward to. This has been a Commute with Faery. I think this is episode 6. And have a great day. Bye.